Okay, so it's been a few months since my last video talking about the clothing company and where we're at. But we're back in New York City, back at LaGuardia, and we are here for the next stage of the process, which is called a size check run. So we're actually going to have a series of models trying on the different articles of clothing to make sure the sizing's all good, because we really want to take time to ensure the fit of our pants and our tops is premium. So that's what we're doing on this trip. As our designs have been getting closer to being completed, we have prototypes created in all of the extreme sizes: 30 by 30, 40 by 36, size small, and XXL. From there, we will see what needs to change in order to ensure high probability fitment for our target customer. And no, my lanky build is not the target customer. Let's look at this guy, for example. He's a former NFL player, 6 foot, 245 pounds. That's what they should look like.
That's a compliment.
Absolutely.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, good.
Well, this is the tricky part. Is this fit was going to be a little more slim, lean, and then we were going to do swole fit.
A swole fit, that's cool.
Fit.
I like that.
So you'd probably be more in the swole fit category.
So
we were
let's
gonna have
save
to.
him for the swole fit.
Probably, yeah.
Fit.
But no, I like seeing
Just
these.
no. So we would be calling this our 36, correct? He has the 38 on.
Right.
We would be calling this the 36. How do you feel about that?
I think that's, that falls right in the middle of the sizes that I just provided.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, because there are brands that I wear 36. It's just like I have to try everything on. And then it's like once you find a company that you like, at least for guys like my size, I stick to it. I'm loyal
Do
to
you
it.
like wearing the 36 over a size 38?
It doesn't bother me.
You don't care.
As
You
long
just
as
care about
it fits and function, and that's it.
I think a lot.
What about 40? You never wear a 40, right?
I've never worn a 40, no.
Right.
I would buy these though off the rack.
Yeah.
This to me fits perfect.
So this is going to be the 36. So you'd be happy with that?
100%, yeah. I wouldn't need to size up. I still have a little bit. It's not uncomfortable.
Yeah.
So this would be my fit off if I were buying in store.
So this is the twill. What size?
40.
This is okay. Because it.
On the waist.
So this is the 38, and he's saying
He would not wear 38.
he's in between a 36 and a 38. But you prefer the fit of the 30.
The last
36.
one, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, because this is just too much.
So for our brand, he would wear 36, is what we're trying to achieve. These are 36, is that correct? Or 34?
These are going to be.
No, sorry, for the length.
For the inseam, 40, 36.
So.
Oh, these are the long ones. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
'cause
cool.
The 30 waist and the 40 waist are both 36 inches.
Okay, yeah, we made them big. Cool. Cool. Well, not too big at the
So
bottom.
this
I like that.
is the tech pant. So.
This is the 12. This is
Sorry.
our biggest size of 12.
So, and
Bigger
this
size.
is the 40 that we're calling 38.
And so normally, if you're like, oh, I sometimes wear 38s, you would try these on, they're too big or too loose, and then you would size down to 36.
Yep. Which would be the stone-colored ones that he tried on earlier. Oyster. Oh. Whatever color. Yeah. Yeah. Do you mind taking a seat?
Arctic.
But again, these are too big for him. He would go with the size down. But like in the thighs and stuff, that fits you good, right?
Yes, it does.
And is that normal for off the rack, or do you sometimes are things kind of tight? Maybe.
So I would, if it is tight in the thigh, I'll size up in the waist.
Okay.
And that'll give me some relief. And then I can always just get it cinched in the back. Just get a little dart put in.
Yep. So for a 38, you feel like this would be a good thigh.
I want him
Yes.
to.
Yeah,
What about the 36? Did you sit down on the 36?
I did.
And how'd that feel?
I wasn't uncomfortable.
Great.
And like I said, the waist was much better for me personally. And yeah, still had room in the thigh. It wasn't tight or constricting.
Perfect. So this being called a 38 and that being called a 36 would be approved by you?
I think so.
Okay,
Yeah.
perfect. And we added a half inch to the waist, and then we.
They were very.
Yeah, no, we've already seen it in 2. So
And
yeah.
the next model is 32, which is on our smaller side, so that'll be a good placement.
But bigger
And
than the smallest we've
maybe
had.
When we shift stand, he'll need it too.
It's possible.
Possibly, yeah. Okay, so
cool. Yeah, that's what everyone thinks is what I'm doing. Pockets are good. Yeah, these are nice. Dude, I can fit my hand in there. This is great. And then the accessory pocket is long, as you can see. So it fits things, important things. Flies good. These are 36.
But they're gonna be 34s.
But they'll be 34s.
those are
And
the
yes,
ones that I tried.
they feel, they're,
Yeah.
Okay.
yes, they're good. I would wear this one.
Because they're short.
Because even with a gun, yeah, exactly. Because even with a gun, it's fine. This material feels nice.
This is the first item you've tried on of your own clothing line,
I've
right?
I've tried on the
Oh, you
tops.
have?
Yeah. The dart.
This is not your length, so the darts.
Yeah,
are
it'll
gonna
be
there. Yeah. What is your length?
36. So I just need to try the longest pair of
So we
pants
have a
here.
30, 36, but that waist
I could try it.
is now going to be the 28, right?
Yeah, I could.
No,
Oh,
the 30 we're keeping the same.
I mean, I could try one of the big ones. One of
The
the
30 we're keeping the same, but you would never wear a 30, right?
I would die.
Okay.
I can try on a pair of pants that's too big. I just want to check length. I wish it stretched this way. All these pants always stretch this way. Weft.
Forward stretch pants.
They just stretch out so much when
Yeah,
they wear out.
I know, but the problem is you go to sit and it's pulling on the knee. But feel it. Feels good.
We added 2 inches to.
No, I'm not gonna lie.
And made
It's
it longer.
It's like a dart.
pretty nice.
We made this 2 inches longer in length.
Is there a thumb loop? We added a thumb loop, yeah? Or take it out? I can't remember.
No thumb loop.
Okay, that's fine. I couldn't remember what we did.
We straightened the hem all around.
Hem looks straight.
Okay. The slit 1.25 inches in
No
the
slit.
front panel. Here,
Oh.
this.
Length is good.
Sleeve opening taken to pin. So we closed this up to be tighter.
Yes, it looks good.
We shortened the sleeve 1 inch.
And that's good.
We opened up the shoulder here. That looks good.
So he added this dart in here. We like it?
I think it's
Good.
if you don't
Yeah,
feel
adding
it,
shape,
yeah.
if you don't feel it, I think it's I think it's fine. It's good. And I like that it overlaps. Instead of I think at one point it wasn't overlapped. And the back. Can you raise your this one arm? What are you laughing at?
Your reaction.
I'm analyzing the front being straight for the front and the back, and I'm trying to decide if I know that I said I wanted that, but I'm just looking at it.
Perfect. We approved it.
Yeah, I'd wear that. And I hate sun shirts. Oh, okay. Well, I don't know if it's a problem. I wonder if that's just because of the pocket. Like, there's no way to. Only only downside of the hood is you can't see.
You want more peripheral?
So the hood on my jacket over there is actually shaped on the side. I'm not saying we should do that here. On the next jacket we do, I'll want to play with that. But it's like curved so you could still see, but it's longer in the front so that it won't fall off of your head. I'm not saying we have to do that for this one.
Okay.
Yes, it's still sort of that curved bottom because of the drawstrings, but yeah. Yeah, it was gonna be a little
Here.
thingy.
Yeah.
So you would come down and it would be sit on the primary side, and I don't see it on either.
No.
So it was gonna be there. It was gonna sort of match these little guys.
Zipper garage bottom of the pocket. So we have them on both.
Yep, it looks really nice. So that it's not just floating there.
Zipper length.
Yeah, we're taking it all out. We're taking all that out.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we're gonna take it all out.
Actually?
Yeah,
It's gonna go?
we have to.
Oh,
We have
but you're
to.
keeping the yoke, or no?
No, it's all going. Yeah,
It's just gonna literally just be this.
Can I go through my list?
Yep, sorry.
sure.
You're like, boys.
We've already decided. This side here, now the side here, can you raise your arm? I like having the panel here. We're gonna keep that. I don't like having this additional seam running up. Yeah, I
The
think
fabric.
I think that's it.
Okay.
It's a
so
simple.
you're
It's a very
saying
simple
you want
product.
this-
We have this. We have four.
Wondering if we drop.
We have 4 spots. We can put colors, and that's what we do.
Everything could be a stretch.
Ugh.
It's just more stretch in the
It's
width.
the shirt of many colors.
Can you get your dad?
How appropriate.
No.
So for the drop,
Although actually doing this in multicam would be kind of cool.
you think that happens?
Longer so you can use the thumb hole. What I don't want is the cuff being so large that it's always falling over your hand when you're doing stuff. Like I want it tight enough that it will always be
Maybe we go farther to see.
in the way, so it'll never fall over unless I actually want to use the thing.
Well, we're
we
supposed to
do
be making
3/8?
bigger corrections, so let's do a half inch, like Ken suggested. And then if we're like, no, that's too much, then
Or
we're
let's
bring
meet
it
in the
back and
middle,
forth.
3.
Oh my gosh.
Or we do 3/8, it's the same amount.
This isn't a democracy, okay?
This is a dictatorship.
Yes, yes it is. We can do 1. Or half inch.
Oh,
Yeah,
sorry.
half inch. Yeah, whoa, no. Yeah, we can do half inch.
Half inch.
And we'll see what happens, as long as it doesn't fall over his hand all the time, because people will not like
The
that.
front is short and the back.
So we're here at the airport for 3 hours, so Glover said maybe he'll buy one and we'll build one of these. Look at this little guy, this little goblin. Little goblin creature. Dude, we could build Jabba's barge in 3 hours, maybe, waiting for our flight. Just leave it on the table. That'd be fun. Minecraft Legos? It's the gayest thing I've ever seen. Minecraft is blocks that are simpler than Legos. Like, look at these blockhead guys. This is worse than the Legos from the 1960s, the 70s. All right, well, it's fun. So we're here at Hugo Boss, but they are missing a historical collection that's not on display. Some of their finer work. Indonesia, so we have Indonesia,
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Bangladesh, Indonesia, Morocco, and so many countries represented. Pakistan. $178. So yeah, they have like 5 different countries represented here. Pakistan, Indonesia, Bangladesh, and Morocco. Many countries, many places. This one's kind of cool. So what you all just saw is a size check run, and basically what we're doing is we have our different designed garments, pants, tops, reversible jacket, hoodies, things like that, and we want to make sure they fit relatively well or really well on a wide variety of people, because we have pants ranging from a 30 waist size all the way up to 40. And then we have our inseam length of 30 to 36, and we want to ensure that all those different lengths and sizes are going to work on people. Now, ultimately, you can't ensure the best fit on every person because everyone is a little bit different, but we are taking a lot of time and investing a good amount of money in making sure that we are getting quality fit with our clothing. I don't want to just go out there and make tubes for legs and then a waist and just sort of go, yeah, it's 36 inches by this or whatever. There are clothing companies that do that. There are people that do that. Some of the Asian factories, it's my understanding, they don't do fittings. They don't do fittings to American males. They have patterns that they kind of recycle from different companies, and then they just churn out pants. And that's why if you go to one brand and try on pants, you're like, wow, these don't really fit very well. And then you try another brand where you go, wow, these fit really great. Like, these are American Eagle jeans. I have a size 32 waist on these. But when I go and buy pants from Kiyu or Cool, I have to get 34 waist, and that's because they are fitting the clothes to different kinds of people. American Eagle probably does like skinnier type people, but they also have their relaxed fit size jeans, and so the fitting process is essential. It's very important. It's something that I didn't know. I didn't know how important it was until I started getting into this, and I want to, educate you guys along the way, the same way that I am being educated as well. Now, there's been a couple things the last few months that have been very disappointing. My goal from the very beginning was, hey, I want to do American manufacturing, and I want to get American material, and I want to do, all made in America. And unfortunately, like so many other industries, most of the textiles industry has been offshored over the last few decades, and there's very little stuff being made here in the US. And my thought was, okay, there's very few people that are using American manufacturing, but surely there's people who make stuff in America, and surely I can pay extra money for American material and make some, all American made garments that will be expensive, but surely can be done. Well, unfortunately, what I've learned is there's not really material made here anymore. There are some cottons, there are some wools, there's some things like that, but when it comes to technical materials, with certain moisture wicking properties, certain abrasion properties, the stuff you get on hiking jackets and, snowboarding jackets, things like that, there aren't companies here in the US making those materials. And we were literally in the office today when we were talking about a company that we thought made stuff here in America. They brag about their large facility and their manufacturing capability. But we realized in one of the emails they sent us, they said, hey, the lead time for this custom colorway that you want is going to take, I think they said something like 60 days because of the shipping and I think they referenced like another country. And I heard that and was like, wait a minute, but they're American, right? Like that's why we chose them for this pair of pants that we're working on. So one of our consultants went and called them right then, and they said, yeah, it's going to ship from India. So literally today we find out that one of the companies that we wanted to get material for, we haven't ordered any yet, like in mass for a production run, is not manufacturing this material in America. They're getting it from India. They're stocking it, I guess, and then they ship to people from their factory or from their building here in the States. And they're an American-based business. They can say all of that, but it's not true American material. So that was very disappointing because we like the material. The design of the pant it's basically done. And I was thinking, like, great, we have an all-American pant. That would be super cool. And now it turns out, yeah, it's India, not America. So that's been very disappointing to learn. We had already decided on a few of the styles that we were going to have to go get foreign material, and it's actually pretty expensive. It's not cheap material. A lot of people think, oh, it's foreign, it must be cheap. That's why you chose them. Like, no, it's actually pretty expensive. Plus the shipping time, 60 days. Plus there's other things you have to take into consideration, the tariffs and whatnot. So one of the companies we're using is in Japan. They make a lot of the material that Arc'teryx uses, so it's very high-end, primo material. But our goal with this brand is we're going to be honest about where we get all of our material and where the manufacturing's done. Our goal right now on most of the garments, I think all the garments at this point, is going to have foreign material from Japan and Taiwan, but it's going to be cut and sewn here in the States at a few different factories. So that's cool. At least 2/3 of the garment will be made here in the States. Unfortunately, it's not going to be all of the garment. I'm hoping that in 5 years or so, we're able to, make some serious investment in looms and things like that, be able to manufacture material here again. And even the current administration is working on, SBA loans that go up to $10 million to incentivize some of that. There's some other things that I think are coming down the pipeline to incentivize bringing manufacturing back here to the States. But for now, that's something we're not going to be able to do. We're going to have to go select high-end premium materials that aren't even manufactured in the States. The technology doesn't even exist here for the kinds of garments we want to make. We're not just making t-shirts, we're not just making hoodies using cotton. Like if we were doing that, we could probably do it all here in the States, but that's not the goal. The goal is to make some high-end product, and it's going to require some premium materials that we have to source in other parts of the world. We're doing everything we can not to do it in China. And so far, we've been able to, find vendors in Taiwan and Japan that will allow us to, not operate in China. Our trims, things like that, our custom rivets for the jeans, that's all from Italy. They do some really high-end stuff there. But as of right now, the manufacturing is not happening in the States. So hopefully that changes in the future. But I also, I'm learning along the way as well. This is a new industry I've never been in, clothing, textiles. And there's been some disappointments along the way, but we continue moving on, and we will keep giving you guys updates. As far as timeline, we're looking at Q3 of this year, just because we have some custom colorways we're getting made. That takes 60 days. Getting the material delivered from Japan or Taiwan takes another 30 to 60 days, shipping. And then some of the production is going to take 60 to 90 days. So all these things take a lot of time. And that's just how it is. It's the nature of the business. So we're pressing forward. We're still working on some of the designs. Some of them we've had to go back to the drawing board because I really want to make sure they're good, 80-90% good. We will not achieve perfection. That's okay. And we'll get this brand figured out by Q3 of this year, and that's what we're shooting for. So I hope you guys learned something from the video. It's been a very interesting process for us. I'm sure it's interesting for you guys to see. Going out and making clothing is very complex. There's a lot of vendors involved, there's a lot of manufacturing involved, there's fitting, there's patterning, there's grading, there's digitizing, there's QC, then there's shipping the product to the customer. There's a 34% return rate, I think, on average for clothing. That's just a lot of process, but it's hard, but that's what makes it fun. It's challenging, and I look forward to the challenge now and also when we finally bring these products to market. So we'll keep you guys updated. Thanks for watching.